morning and welcome to 2-Minute Tech Tuesday. Today we are going to be looking at NotebookLM. This is part of the Gemini suite and it is a researching tool. Essentially what we're going to do is we're going to create a notebook, our first notebook. So the first thing you want to do is go to notebooklm.google and that will bring you to this page where you're going to click Try NotebookLM. And we are going to be brought to this space where we're going to create our first notebook. This is a great tool for learning about a new subject, for doing some research. It's a great tool for teachers if you're trying to create a new presentation or learn about something new that you want to bring to your students. It's also a great tool for students who are researching and learning something that could be a bit complex, because it helps to break down those complex concepts and make it more accessible in everyday terms. So I'm going to click on Create. This is going to bring me to the space where I can upload sources. So I can upload Google Docs, I can upload Google Slides, I can upload a website, YouTube. I can also copy and paste information from the internet or from a book. So I'm going to just come along and I'm going to choose the topic of spying in the Civil War. And I'm going to grab some articles. So here is going to be my first article, Spy Executions During the American Civil War. And I'm going to grab the link and copy the link. And I'm going to go back to NotebookLM. And I'm going to add the website link here. And I'm going to insert that. And you're going to see over here in my sources, it's going to add that first source. I'm going to go to my second article, which is going to be Spying in the Civil War. I'm going to copy this and the link for this, and I'm going to come back to NotebookLM, and I'm going to add that source. And I'm also going to grab this YouTube video, which is just a documentary about the American Civil War. And I'm going to grab this link, and I'm going to add that to my notebook as well. And so I have 3 sources. You can add as many sources as you would like. You could also use this for like meeting notes. If you had a group that you're part of and you have a bunch of meeting notes, you can use it to summarize the meeting notes for you. You're going to see that just out of these 3 articles, I've created this kind of little synopsis that's telling me a little bit about this. From this space, I can create an audio overview. I can create a briefing doc. I can also ask questions of the articles, and AI will try to answer them based on the sources. So I'm just going to create the briefing doc. The briefing doc is kind of like the cliff notes. So let's say I just didn't have the time to read these articles and to watch this documentary, but I really wanted to know about the information. This is going to kind of break it down and also draw some connections between the articles that maybe, reading the 20 pages, it's like I would lose some of that. So it's almost like it's taking notes for me. This also is going to you can create a study guide if you had a quiz on this or something like that. You can do Q&A, so it can quiz you, ask you questions about the articles. So this is all just great ways to help you understand the information that was provided for you. So here's the briefing document. And you can see that it breaks it down. It gives you a little bit of a summary. It breaks down key elements, talks about different, underlying causes. And this is all coming from the sources that you have provided it. So this is really great for those of you who want to create a new topic or do a new presentation. It can quickly give you the information that you need and also pull out the key things from the articles. The other thing that's really amazing about NotebookLM is that it creates an audio overview. So essentially it's going to create a podcast based on the information of the 3 articles. So when you click generate, it takes a couple minutes for that to happen. But let's say you were taking a car trip over the weekend, but you really wanted to learn about this topic that you were thinking about presenting, the following week, and you wanted a refresher, or you wanted to learn about it in a new way, especially like a complex topic, maybe like a science study that is a little bit confusing if you're not an actual scientist and you want to know about the information, but the terms are kind of messing you up a little bit. This is going to take that information, and it uses 2 hosts to have a sort of conversation back and forth about the information, and it breaks it down into a simplified terms. This is really great for audio learners, auditory learners who might have trouble reading and understanding or not quite having the vocabulary for some of these kind of higher level reading assignments. So this is a great tool for students as well. So you're going to see it's going to generate this. It's going to take a little while. And this is kind of how NotebookLM works. You can have as many notebooks as you want, and you can continue to add sources to this to add to the overall idea. You can add your own notes to it as well. It's a great resource and great tool. I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you and have a wonderful afternoon.